What does it mean to have a true beast mentality? It means you wake up every single day hungry, not for comfort, not for praise, but for progress. It means you're willing to do what others won't, to push beyond limits that most people never even dare to approach. It means you don't wait for opportunity. You hunt it down, you chase it, and you tear it apart with determination and discipline. A true beast isn't loud. A true beast is consistent. You won't always see the grind, but you'll always see the results. The beast doesn't care who's watching. It doesn't need an audience. It trains in silence, bleeds in private, and roars in victory. The beast mentality isn't built in comfort. It's forged in pain, in discipline, and in self-control. Every scar, every failure, every setback becomes part of the armor. When life knocks you down, the beast doesn't stay down. It stands up stronger, faster, and more focused than before. You see, everyone wants to win until it's time to do what winners do. Everyone wants success until they realize it demands sacrifice. But the beast, the true beast, doesn't complain, doesn't quit, doesn't make excuses. It adapts, it fights, it grows. You can't have a beast mentality if you let emotions control you. The beast doesn't wait to feel ready. It acts regardless of fear, regardless of pain, regardless of how tired it is. Because the beast knows comfort kills potential. Excuses destroy greatness. True beast mentality means you hold yourself accountable. You don't need validation. You don't need motivation. You've built discipline. You've trained your mind to keep moving when everything inside you screams, stop. You've turned pain into fuel and failure into fire. When others sleep, you're grinding. When others doubt, you're believing. When others give up, you're just getting started. True beasts are not born. They're made through struggle, made through relentless consistency, made through a mindset that refuses to accept mediocrity. Understand this. The beast mentality isn't about being better than others. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's a battle within yourself, a war between your weakness and your will. So when the world says you can't, prove them wrong. When your mind says it's too much, push harder. When you feel empty, remember why you started. Because the beast inside you isn't gone. It's just waiting. Waiting for the moment you stop doubting yourself. Waiting for the moment you stop hesitating and start dominating. Every single day, you have two choices: stay soft or go beast mode. Complain or conquer. Quit or commit. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is mindset. The true beast mentality doesn't need luck. It doesn't need perfect conditions. It just needs one thing: the will to never stop. So unleash it. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for motivation. The time is now. The pain is now. The grind is now. Because when you live with the true beast mentality, you don't chase dreams. You become the dream. You don't wait for the future. You build it. And when the world sees what you've become, they'll know that was never luck, that was never talent. The greatest war you will ever fight will not be against another person, another team, or even the obstacles that life throws your way. The greatest war you'll ever face is the one that happens inside your own mind. That is where true victory or defeat begins. The voice that tells you to give up, the fear that whispers you're not enough, the doubt that questions your every move. These are your real enemies. And if you want to rise, if you want to become unstoppable, you must learn to dominate your inner battle. Every day, you wake up to a choice. The choice between weakness and strength, comfort and growth, excuses and execution. Most people lose that battle before they even get out of bed. They let the comfort of sleep win. They let the fear of failure win. But those with a true beast mentality understand that the battle doesn't start when they step into the world. It starts the moment they open their eyes. The beast gets up even when tired. The beast trains even when unmotivated. The beast works even when no one is watching. Because the beast knows that every victory in the outer world begins with a victory inside. You cannot dominate the world if you haven't learned to dominate yourself. Discipline is not something you are born with. It's something you build. It's forged in moments of pain, in times when giving up would be easier. Every time you choose to push forward, instead of giving in, you train your mind to obey your purpose, not your emotions. That's what domination looks like. It's control over the chaos within. It's knowing that your feelings do not define your effort. The mind is a battlefield filled with memories of your failures and doubts about your future. It tries to convince you that you've lost before the fight even begins. But that's where the beast inside you must rise. The beast mentality silences the noise of fear with the roar of belief. It replaces uncertainty with faith and weakness with willpower. You remind yourself you've survived worse. You've overcome storms before. You've been broken, but you've rebuilt. So why stop now? When you dominate your inner battle, you stop seeking validation. You stop waiting for someone to believe in you, because you already know who you are. You no longer need external motivation. Your vision becomes your fuel. You stop chasing perfection and start pursuing progress. Because beasts understand that success isn't about being flawless. It's about being fearless in the face of failure. There will be days when you feel like you can't do it anymore. Days when the weight of life feels unbearable. But that's when the real test begins. The question is not, can you fight when it's easy? The question is, can you still fight when you're bleeding, broken, and tired? Because that's where your inner battle is truly won. In the darkest moments, when everything inside you screams for you to stop, but you keep going anyway. That's what separates the ordinary from the unstoppable. The beast within you doesn't run from pain. It embraces it. It knows that pain is the price of greatness. Growth never comes from comfort. Every time you suffer and push through it, you become sharper, tougher, and more dangerous. Pain is the furnace that shapes your strength. The more you face it, the less power it has over you. Domination is not about ego, it's about self-mastery. It's about reaching a level of control where your emotions, fears, and excuses no longer dictate your destiny. You control your thoughts, you control your habits, and therefore, you control your life. That's the foundation of true beast mentality. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop doubting your journey because someone else started faster. Your race is yours alone. The beast focuses on progress, not on the crowd. You're not competing to be better than others. You're fighting to be better than who you were yesterday. Every small victory, waking up earlier, training harder, studying longer, staying consistent. These are the silent wins that build the beast within. The truth is, everyone has a beast inside them, but most never set it free. They let fear cage it. They let self-doubt suffocate it. But you were not born to be average. You were not created to blend in. You were built to stand out, to rise above, to dominate the challenges that life throws at you. You were built to roar. You have to remind yourself daily, weakness is a choice, and so is strength. Excuses are easy, but excellence requires effort. You can't have both comfort and growth. You must choose. And every time you choose growth, you win another battle within yourself. Your mind is your greatest weapon or your greatest enemy. Feed it with doubt, and it will destroy you. Feed it with discipline, and it will elevate you. Every time you train your body, train your mind harder. Every time you fall, get up faster. Every time you're tempted to quit, remember why you started. Dominate your thoughts, and you'll dominate your life. Stop letting your fears speak louder than your dreams. Stop letting the pain of the moment make you forget the purpose of your mission. When you feel weak, remember, strength isn't the absence of struggle. It's the ability to keep moving through it. The beast mentality means you no longer wait for the perfect moment. You create it. You no longer hope for things to get easier. You get stronger. You stop being the victim of your circumstances and become the author of your own story. That's what it means to dominate your inner battle. To look your fears in the eye and say, you don't control me anymore. So, when life hits you hard, and it will, don't run. Stand tall. When doubt tries to whisper, silence it with action. When pain comes, use it as power. Because inside you lives a force greater than any obstacle. The beast that refuses to quit, the soul that refuses to break, and the heart that refuses to surrender. Dominate your inner battle every single day. Fight the fight within until you become unshakable, unbreakable, unstoppable. Because once you conquer your mind, the world has no choice but to follow. Pain builds power. Those three words carry the truth most people run from. In a world that glorifies comfort and convenience, the real warriors, the ones who rise to greatness, are those who have learned to embrace pain, not avoid it. Pain is the foundation of growth. It is the silent teacher that shapes your strength, your resilience, and your destiny. You see, every time you face hardship, every time you walk through fire, you are not breaking. You are being built. The difference between a weak mind and a beast mentality is simple. One sees pain as punishment, the other sees it as preparation. When you have the true beast mentality, pain doesn't scare you, it fuels you. It becomes your greatest weapon. Think about it. No champion ever became great without suffering. No dream was ever achieved without sacrifice. Every legend you admire has a story filled with pain, loss, failure, and doubt. What separates them from the rest is not luck or talent. It's the mindset that refuses to quit when things hurt the most. They understood that pain is not the enemy. It's the evidence that you're growing. When you push your body to its limits, muscles tear before they grow stronger. The same happens in life. When your heart breaks, when plans fail, when life hits you hard, those moments are tearing you apart only to rebuild you into something stronger. The beast mentality recognizes this truth. It doesn't ask, why me? It asks, what can I learn from this? Pain reveals your character. It shows who you really are when the lights are off. When no one is clapping, when no one believes in you. Anyone can smile when things are easy, but only the true beast keeps moving forward when everything hurts. Because deep down, the beast knows pain is temporary, but power is permanent. Every scar you carry is proof that you refuse to give up. Every setback you survived is a sign that you were being molded for something greater. Pain doesn't destroy you. It introduces you to your strength. You might not see it now, but every painful moment has a purpose. The true beast understands that life's greatest transformations are born from its greatest trials. When you have the beast mentality, you stop running from discomfort. You stop fearing failure. You welcome the grind because you know it's shaping you into the person you're meant to be. The beast doesn't look for shortcuts. It doesn't crave easy days. It thrives in the storm because that's where growth happens. Every drop of sweat, every tear, every sleepless night is part of the process, the price of greatness. There's a moment in every battle where pain screams louder than your purpose. It's the moment most people quit. It's the moment average minds break. But the beast leans into that pain. It feels the burn, the exhaustion, the doubt, and still keeps going. Because it knows one truth: pain is not your limit, it's your signal that you're leveling up. You can't evolve if you're not challenged. You can't grow if you never struggle. Every challenge is a test, not to see how much you can endure, but to show you how much you're capable of. Pain teaches patience, humility, endurance, and gratitude. It teaches you that nothing valuable in life comes easy. When life knocks you down, don't curse the pain. Thank it. Because it's showing you that you're alive, that you still have fight left in you. Pain is the proof that you're on the path to something meaningful. If your dreams don't cost you peace, sleep, or effort, they're not big enough. The beast mentality isn't about being fearless. It's about facing fear and moving forward anyway. Some people pray for an easy life, but those with a beast mentality, they pray for strength. They pray for resilience, because they know the storm will come. And when it does, they don't want to be fragile. They want to be forged. You don't build strength by avoiding struggle. You build it by facing it head on, by refusing to let pain define you. So when you feel like giving up, remember, that's exactly when you're growing. Every second you choose to keep going through pain, you're rewriting your story. You're building your power, one struggle at a time. Pain might make you cry. It might make you doubt yourself. But if you refuse to quit, it will also make you unstoppable. The beast mentality isn't about how many times you win. It's about how many times you rise after losing. You might stumble, you might bleed, but you never surrender. You adapt, you evolve, you overcome. Pain will push you, stretch you, and break you down, but it will also build something unbreakable within you. Mental toughness, emotional control, and an unshakable belief in yourself. So embrace the struggle. Welcome the discomfort. Let pain sculpt your character. Don't ask for it to be easier. Ask to be stronger. Because when you train your mind to see pain as power, you become unstoppable. You become a force that no setback, no failure, no doubt can defeat. One day, you'll look back at all the moments that hurt, and you'll realize they weren't there to destroy you. They were there to build you. Every sleepless night, every rejection, every fall was preparing you for the victory that was always meant for you. That's what true beast mentality is. It's the understanding that pain isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's the realization that the struggle you're facing right now is not the end, but the beginning of your transformation. It's the mindset that whispers, keep going, even when your body says, I can't. So when pain comes, and it will, don't back down. Don't run. Stand tall and face it, because that's where the magic happens. That's where ordinary becomes extraordinary. That's where weak becomes strong. Pain builds power. Power builds greatness. And greatness, that's what you were born for. Discipline over motivation, that's what defines the difference between those who dream and those who do. Motivation is a spark. It feels good. It gets you started, but it fades. Discipline, on the other hand, is the fire that keeps burning when the world grows cold. When you're tired, when no one is cheering for you. Discipline is what carries you when motivation dies, when the excitement disappears, and when the results are still miles away. True Beast mentality is built not on how you feel, but on what you choose to do despite how you feel. Motivation will tell you, do it when you feel ready. Discipline tells you, do it regardless. It's easy to show up when you're inspired. It's easy to put in the work when things are going your way. But the real test is what you do when it's dark, when you're alone, when nothing seems to be working. That's when your true strength is revealed. That's when the beast inside you is tested. Discipline means showing up even when every cell in your body says no. It's doing what's necessary, not what's comfortable. The truth is, motivation is emotion-based, and emotions are temporary. One bad day, one disappointment, one failure, and motivation disappears. That's why the strongest people in the world don't rely on it. They rely on discipline. They rely on structure, consistency, and repetition. They rely on the promises they made to themselves when they were clear-minded and hungry. They build routines that become unbreakable, habits that become part of who they are. The beast doesn't wait for the mood to strike. The beast acts because that's what beasts do. They move, they grind, they grow. When you choose discipline over motivation, you stop living by how you feel and start living by what you believe. You start showing up because it's part of your identity. You no longer need motivation to go to the gym, to study, to create, to hustle, because it becomes who you are. You don't need to talk yourself into it anymore. You just do it. That's what separates the average from the great. The average person waits for motivation to arrive. The beast understands it might never come, but the work must be done anyway. Discipline is not glamorous. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It's saying no to distractions that promise comfort, but lead to regret. It's putting in the work without recognition, without applause, and without visible results. But discipline pays off in silence and speaks loudly through success. Every rep you do, every late night you grind, every moment you choose effort over ease, it all compounds. Discipline builds momentum, and momentum builds results. Every great achiever you admire, every athlete, every leader, every creator mastered one thing: discipline. They didn't rely on bursts of inspiration. They didn't depend on hype. They built systems that forced them to grow even when they didn't feel like it. They trained their minds to obey their goals, not their feelings. Because the truth is, success is not about intensity. It's about consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly one day. It's about doing the right things repeatedly every day, especially on the days you don't want to. When you live with discipline, you take control of your life. You stop being a slave to emotion and start being a master of action. You understand that you can't control how you feel, but you can always control what you do. That's power. That's focus. That's beast mentality. Every time you push through laziness, you strengthen your mental muscle. Every time you say no to excuses, You sharpen your edge. Every small act of discipline builds your character. And over time, that character becomes unbreakable. The beast inside you thrives on repetition, on habits, on systems that don't depend on emotion. It's not about waiting for perfect conditions. It's about creating results no matter the condition. That's the mindset that wins. That's the mindset that transforms lives. The disciplined mind is a weapon, calm, calculated, and committed. It doesn't get distracted by failure or success. It just keeps moving forward. Discipline will take you places motivation can't. It will carry you through storms that motivation runs from. When life gets hard, motivation gives up, but discipline keeps you steady. It's what gets you through the nights of doubt and the mornings of exhaustion. It's what keeps you on track when everyone else has quit. Motivation may get you started, but discipline gets you finished. And in this world, finishers are rare. Finishers are the beasts who dominate. The path of discipline is not easy, and it's not supposed to be. It's meant to break your limits, to destroy your comfort zone, and to reveal the version of you that's unstoppable. Every time you choose discipline, you train your mind to overcome resistance. You teach yourself that pain is not a signal to quit, but a sign that you're growing. You learn to embrace discomfort because you know it's shaping you into something greater. The beast within doesn't run from pain. It feeds on it. There will be days when you'll want to quit. There will be moments when you question everything. But that's where discipline speaks. It whispers, keep going. It reminds you that temporary pain is better than permanent regret. It reminds you that your future self depends on what you do now. Discipline teaches you patience, resilience, and endurance. It shows you that consistency beats talent, that grit beats luck, and that persistence beats everything else. So if you truly want to unleash your inner beast, stop chasing motivation. Start building discipline. Stop waiting to feel ready and start acting ready. Do the hard things, especially when you don't want to. Hold yourself accountable, even when no one is watching. Stay loyal to your grind, even when the world doubts you. Because when discipline becomes your lifestyle, success becomes inevitable. Remember, motivation is temporary, discipline is permanent. Motivation will get you started. Discipline will get you done. Motivation feels good. Discipline makes you great. Anyone can feel inspired for a day, but it takes a beast to stay consistent for a lifetime. The real power is not in feeling like doing it, but in doing it regardless of how you feel. That's the essence of true beast mentality. Mastering yourself, mastering your habits, and mastering your life through relentless, unshakable discipline. So rise. Don't wait for the spark. Be the fire. Be the one who shows up every single day, not because it's easy, but because it's right. Be the one who builds when others rest. Be the one who refuses to quit, because the moment you choose discipline over motivation, you become unstoppable You become the beast